my car. Getting ready to do a walk. Go to the Philadelphia Film Festival. I'm going to interview some people. Continue a walk. And then make a vlog. That's what we're doing today. But before I get started on my adventure, I have to say happy birthday to Deckhand Dan. And I want everybody who's watching this to wish Deckhand Dan a happy birthday. And it was Deckhand Dan who saved this channel. It's also Deckhand Dan who is helping set up some of these interviews. He's really been helping me a lot. So happy birthday, Dan. And hopefully the Eagles win on your birthday. Here we are in the center of the Ben Franklin Parkway. Today is Sunday, the Lord's Day. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go for a walk and go to a movie, well, not a movie, it's a TV show series finale. And I'm not even going to stick around and watch that. I'm just going to interview the famous people. Get the content, hit and run they call it. Well, I don't know what they call it. But what we're going to do first is we're going to check out the newest museum. We're not going to go in it. I'm going to do that on another day. This is the Calder Gardens. It's a art gallery featuring the artwork of one of the Calders, the guy who makes mobiles. The Calder family is a very famous art family in Philadelphia. Calder, his grandfather was the artist who made Billy Penn on top of City Hall. There it is, the Calder Gardens. Here we are. Go Birds. How beautiful is this? Just opened, I think in September, early September it opened. That's one of the sculptures. That's one of the Calder sculptures. There's another one down the way. There's another sculpture just like this. Matter of fact, if you go up and down the Ben Franklin Parkway, there is all types of free art displays. And hello. How are you? Give me a tap. I'm not filming you. You're okay. Good to see you. I never had anyone scream at me at an art museum. That was awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, so this is the new art museum. Let's see. It is. It does have a very cool design. We go down there. Look at that. I can't see it, but you can. Free art. There's a big line to get in. Can't do that. I got to go to the film festival, don't you know? Yeah, this is called the Museum District right here in the Ben Franklin Parkway. Starting back there with the Philadelphia Museum of Art, which just changed its name to the Philadelphia Art Museum, which is so stupid. Why do things rename themselves? Matter of fact, what I'm going to today is the series finale of the HBO show Task. And HBO just did that. Remember, they were having everybody call it Max? How stupid was that? Now they're HBO again. It will be interesting to see this shot in like 5 years from now, like how much bigger the trees are and what the plants look like. And the garden, I think, will always be free. The other part you got to pay to get in. Over there, that's the Franklin Institute. That's Philadelphia's Science Museum, named in honor of Dr. Benjamin Franklin. Big guy, did big things. Electricity, lightning rod, a thing they still use to this day. Bifocals, things I use. Well, things I should use, but I don't. This is the Vine Street Expressway. A few years ago, we had a hurricane. And all the highway got flooded. I think it's something they do if the Schuylkill River gets flooded. For some reason, they have the water go on this highway, so the river doesn't destroy everything. But the water went up pretty high. People were jumping off of these bridges into the dirty sewer water. You can check. I made some videos that day. I made a few videos that week down here. It was remarkable how quickly the city recovered. There it is, the Franklin Institute, named after Ben Franklin. If you go back this way, they have some NASA things. And then you got the Indigo bikes right here. You can rent these bikes right around the city. Just know, in Philadelphia, we have an event called the Naked Bike Ride. And you can ride, people ride these bikes bare-ass naked and don't put anything on the seats. Now, the company says, like the day after the Naked Bike Ride, that they sterilized all the seats. I don't believe it. Right, here's the Fells Planetarium. Back in the day, I used to go here when I was like 17, and they would do laser light shows at the planetarium. And we would go, I think we would go to the Pink Floyd laser light show. We go to that one a lot. They don't do them anymore because they weren't that impressive. They were fun. They were just a night out. You go, you smoke a jazz cigarette. Actually, we would just drink. And then we would go in there and you could be loud. It was a fun time. Who did that? Let me know if you ever went to the Pink Floyd show at the planetarium. Man, the city looks beautiful today. 74 degrees. Hamilton Collections Gallery. What is that? I don't know. You go this way towards the Franklin Institute. You got the stainless steel plane, the Pioneer, that was made here in Philadelphia at the Budd plant. I think it's the only stainless steel plane made back in 1935. Oh man, this thing's 90 years old. So here's a thing you could do if you ever come down the Parkway. You could come in here and you could take a portrait with Ben Franklin in this little room, because the box office for the Franklin Institute's back here, so you don't have to pay to see this statue. Back in the day, on the top of these steps, they used to have glass displays, and in them would be Ben Franklin's bifocals, one of those goofy hats he wore to Europe. But now I think all of those items are on display up that stairwell right there. This is pretty much everybody goes here when you're a school kid. Every year you go here. You go here in high school. It's an awesome building. If you go this way, they have a gigantic paper mache heart that you can walk through. And there's like a whole exhibit about the human body. And the paper mache heart has been in this museum, I think, since the 40s. It's one of the most famous exhibits inside this museum. I've made several videos inside here. If you ever want to see a Franklin Institute video, just look up Philly Captain Franklin Institute. I went here with Adam the Woo and Crazy Joe. I've gone here a few times by myself. I went during the pandemic. I went to every museum in the city. And I was pretty much the only person in the entire Franklin Institute. Again, I want to thank my friends at iHeartRadio, Powers, who works for Fox Sports The Gambler, Buster from Q102. It's just kind of neat going back to the film festival. It makes me very reminiscent of what we went through last year when we had the turnaround premiere. And it's just, when you make a movie, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of teamwork. I'm not a very good team player. You know what I was thinking about when we were making the movie, The Turnaround? It's on Netflix if you want to see it. We were filming this movie, and I just didn't know what the movie, I didn't know where they were going to play it. And I'm like, what are we doing this for? Like, that's what I kept saying. Like, who's going to watch this? And then I eventually, I think someone said to me, oh, we think the MLB network might play it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. Or it might be on MLB's YouTube channel. So I had no idea the thing was ever going to go on Netflix or anything like that. But, this is the fountain at Logan Square. And looks like the fountains are all for the season. And they won't be back on until, I think, Easter. Oh, here we go. We got a happy couple getting married. Uh-oh. Look at this, the photographer and the videographer walking into one another. Looks like church is just getting out here at the Basilica, the cathedral, St. Paul and Peter. Take off the hat, we're going to church. There is a saint buried in here. We're going to go take a peek. Unless they're saying mass, then we're going to get the hell out of here. If you go back here in the church, right here is the grave of Catherine Drexel, who was a nun in Philadelphia. She is the only, or she may be the first saint who was born in the city of Philadelphia. She's buried right here. And usually this building is open to the public. You can come in and just like walk around. Just if you go in, take your hat off. But it's one of the most beautiful buildings in the city of Philadelphia. Absolutely, it's a work of art. It's beautiful. Here are some confessionals. If you don't know, if you're not Catholic, what you do is you go in that box. The priest sits in there, and you go in there, and then you tell them all your sins. And then they forgive you. And then you go out and you stub your toe. And then you say a bad word, and then you're like, oh no, I'm going to go to hell now because I cursed. I had so much anxiety when I was growing up about going to hell. And they got beautiful paintings on the wall. Yeah, I was always worried, like, if I died on a Friday, because you go to confession on Saturday. If I died on Friday, I would just have to go to hell, because you have to go to confession before you go to heaven. This was also the church where Philadelphia Mayor Frank Rizzo, his funeral was here. And he had a funeral procession from here all the way to the neighborhood of Cheltenham. And it was the biggest funeral in the history of the city of Philadelphia. Pope John Paul II said mass here. And so did Pope Francis. And I almost bet you, I could almost guarantee you, Pope Leo had to go to church here at least once. Because he went to... Because Pope Leo went to school at Villanova, which isn't too far from here. So I'm almost certain he had to go to church here. In fact, that Moore statue was put behind on the art museum steps for Pope Francis when he said mass here back in, I think it was 2015. And that's before I did YouTube. And believe it, I avoided the Pope Francis thing like the plague, because they were talking about it on the news media for a year. They're like, the traffic nightmare that will be Pope Francis in Philadelphia. That's all they talked about. So I didn't go to any of that. And I kind of regret it now. Because I now know from like doing this YouTube channel, it's much better to go out and experience things than it is to like watch it on TV. And Philadelphia has so many incredible things to see and do. That's a Shepherd Ferry mural that was just put up that mural a few weeks that went up. Shepard Fairey does the Obey, the Andre the Giant design. He's a famous mural artist, graffiti artist. He did the Obama Hope picture. He's anyway, he has a few murals in the city. Right here is the other Love Park statue. So if you count this Love Park, this Love Park statue, the Moore statue, and the other Love Park statue at the University of Penn, Philadelphia has 3 love statues. There's no real line here today, but if there is a line to the Love Park statue, all you gotta do is you put your hand here, block them. It's all about angles, in and out. It's 2:10. I have to be there at 2:30. Now, I've been covering events as like a media member for about 5 years, 6 years. And the most important thing I always do is I always get there as early as possible, but not creepy early. We're gonna walk through it. We're gonna do it. This will be an ice skating rink soon. And then they'll have Christmas Village built where you can go Christmas shopping and buy a bunch of crap. There it is, City Pickle. This is where you can play pickleball right here at City Hall. How exciting. You watching this, Todd? Right here. This is the world's least challenging hay maze right here at City Hall. Look at this, Todd. You're probably not looking at a pickleball court right now because you're a loser, unlike me. I'm a winner. My favorite thing about these little Todd jokes during the walks is there are definitely people who don't know who Todd is, and that makes me happy. They're like, what the hell is he talking about? Check out this pole right here. This spiked fence here. It's protecting this wall here at City Hall, but it's pretty. I think these kind of screw in. They're individually put in there. It is cool looking. Look at this. Old-time payphone right here. There are so many of these shells in the city, but no payphones. Not many working payphones left. Over there, that's the Wells Fargo building. That was used in the movie Trading Places. That was the Duke and Duke building. They filmed a few scenes in the Wells Fargo bank. There was a party in the one place. Eddie Murphy, he ran in the middle of the street and stood in the island. And he pulled down a Santa Claus's beard right there. That Santa Claus, if you're from Philadelphia, I think that was one of the local broadcasters. I think it was Steve Levy. This is it, the Philadelphia Film Center. This is where we'll be doing the series finale showing of the TV show on HBO Max, Task. Sir, can I ask you some questions? Very. Do you have HBO?
Yes.
Why did they change the name from HBO to HBO Max?
I don't know, and now they changed it back to HBO, I think.
It just confuses me.
I know.
Why did they do that?
And the price goes up.
Do you know what the name of the Philadelphia Museum of Art is?
The Art Museum of Philadelphia.
It's something like that. They changed the name. It's big.
A word or two.
We got to stop it. Can we make everything back? What's your name?
I'm not Jared.
Are you is that your original name, or are you changing it?
Jared Williams.
Okay. Oh, so you did change it. Look at you. Everything's changing their names.
I think somebody else changed it for me, but hey, I'll be here for it.
You excited to work the red carpet?
Yeah.
This is the part you don't see of the red carpet is the waiting The empty room
This is
waiting.
my first time, so I'm excited.
You excited? Oh, this is cool. I hope you have a good time. You got your questions memorized?
I'm a big movie fan. Buff, show buff. I love, oh my God, on HBO, I love The Gilded Age. I love House of Dragon.
I like Sex in the City.
Oh my God.
Yes. Are you a Carrie or which one are you? Are you Carrie or Samantha? I'm a Samantha. I'm an old whore.
Samantha, maybe Miranda.
Oh, sassy. There you go. All right. Well, thank you. Have a good time working the red carpet. Think with your questions. Oh, it's been about 40 minutes since I last filmed. This is the red carpet. Everybody's getting ready to take some photos. It's a very big room. Not a whole lot happening.
What's up, brother? Yes.
I can start you with this right here.
Oh, we're in the interview.
Karen, are you ready?
I got to tell more stories but absolutely love 85.
Know the guy, Brad Anderson, Brad. Absolutely loved his task.
Oh, thank
now,
you.
You tend to draw your inspiration from the darkness of Delco. Can you give me a little bit about what it's like when you're putting these scenes together and developing your characters and based on just your upbringing here in Philly?
Yeah, I think, look, the stories aren't quite inspired by, my life. I didn't grow up an FBI agent or a police officer, but the characters I feel are very, very much inspired by.
I was wondering if maybe on the next series you could have a person listening to Q102 or possibly have a murder happen at Jingle Ball. It would help us because M. Night Shyamalan, he always does a little tip to Yuki Washington in his films.
Yes.
How about a tip to Q102?
Well, listen, I think, if the story warrants it and there's a part where we can get a local reference like that in there, I would be happy to do it.
I appreciate it. Hey, how much free Wawa do you get?
I don't get any free Wawa. I go in there and I pay like everybody else.
And has Josh Shapiro given you the key to Delco yet?
I'm still waiting on the key, guys. Still waiting on the key.
Thank you so much.
You got it, buddy. Anytime.
I worked with you before. I was part of the Monster Factory documentary.
Way.
I yelled at Philly Mike outside in the crowd, and it's cool to finally meet you. I've been talking about your family and your father and the art and your documentary, the documentary you made for him, and you're directing this. Man, you and your father, artists, a legacy happening in Philadelphia. It's amazing. Kind of like the modern day Wyeth family.
Oh, not unlike them. We're a little weirder, I think.
A little bit weirder, but I was thinking about it. You make art in Delco, and you show the beauty of Delco, just like the Wyeths.
Yeah. Well, they are an inspiration.
Yeah.
And Delco is a beautiful place.
It is, and the people talk funny, and I feel like every interview I've heard so far, everybody talks about the accent, and it's a beautiful accent. People say Philadelphia, Delco, sexiest accent in the world. I think I worked on that Monster Factory documentary. I'm a bad guy wrestler. Can you tell me about the nightmares of working with Twitch?
Oh, I love that man.
You sure? He's a pretty horrible human being.
Really?
No, I'm a bad guy wrestler. Yeah.
I love them all. I was so honored to work on that, and Danny Cage, and that old school is just like one of the coolest places I've ever been in my life, man.
That's cool, man. It's been an honor to meet you, man. It's so cool to meet a Zagar. It's great, man. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, they're doing pretty good last night.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. My name's John. I'm with Q102, local radio station here. You were the executive producer of Task. And one of my favorite movies of all time, the one with the cow gun, what's it called?
No Country.
Is that you?
Yeah.
No, cuz. What do you do? Just make classics? Is that all you do?
That's very kind, John. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I try to do my best,
Do people ever describe No Country for Old Men as cow gun?
Yeah, but I got that. No, I'm going to do that from now on. That's the universal language of the cow gun.
Now, I have a movie that's on Netflix, and the executive producers of my movie were Barack and Michelle Obama.
Oh, okay. All right.
And here's my question. I never saw them film the movie. I didn't know they were part of the movie till after the movie. What does an executive producer do?
Good question. Well, it depends. I don't know what they do. They're incredible producers.
They won an Emmy.
Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. What I do with Brad is I'm there from the beginning. You know, we're working on ideas, script. Obviously, Brad is the creator, is the showrunner. So he's the writer, but I'm there to help him kind of make sure that whatever he needs for his scripts, I help him bring it to life. So
do you help find locations and make people?
I'm there day to day, minute to minute. So whatever as a partner, I'm there to make sure that he can realize his dreams. Right, as a producer, you're just there to make sure that great script, great cast, great team around him, so that we can build and build and build from the script on until tonight's finale.
Then why is it that British people are so good with the Delco accent? What is that?
I mean, it's amazing. I have no idea, but I mean, Kate Winslet was a trailblazer, and then of course these guys and gals, they're incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the hardest accent. I mean, I have no idea, but they're really great at it.
People say the Delco Philadelphia accent is the sexiest accent in the world. Did you hear that?
I've heard that. I've heard that.
I think it's the School of the Deaf that said it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But it is. That's a good one. But yeah, no, it's a hard one. But you guys are it's distinguishable around the world now. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Well, listen. My last question is: do you put ketchup on a hot dog?
I'm supposed to say no.
You can say whatever you want.
I put ketchup and mustard.
Okay.
Yeah.
No relish. No.
Nah, just ketchup and mustard. Okay. I know ketchup's even a sin, but I got to do that.
That's okay. There's no wrong answers. But it's weird how people feel guilty when they use ketchup.
It's true. It is true. I don't know why.
It is right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Keep making masterpieces.
Thanks so much.
Go Birds. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Baby, can I ask you? I'm from a local radio station.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, brother.
What is it about British folks doing the Philadelphia Delco accent so well? Is it because because when you hear
You've got the fucking best accent, dude. This is the most Philly accent I've ever heard.
water,
water, over,
hisk.
I don't know, man. I don't actually think we're that. To be fair, we had the best dialect coach on this show. She was on it about every single word and every single little accent to put on the right word. So yeah, it's down to her, really.
Yeah. Maybe she used some of my tapes.
She used a bunch of people's tapes.
Was there a term that you took with you that on your everyday life? Do you say yo, pass that John?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm sure there was when I was out here. I can't remember what that would be now, but I'm sure there were expressions that when I came back to London I would say. But I'll have to think that.
Young bull. There's all types of terms.
Right. Yeah.
Did you have a good time when you filmed it here?
The best. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the best time out here, man. It was one of my favorite jobs I've ever done, and best group of people. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's great. It seems like you guys got along real good. Everybody's hugging each other.
There's a lot of love on this job. So
yeah.
Very, very.
Do you get free HBO if you get?
No, dude. I don't. I don't even have HBO Max. Yeah. Let me bring this up with some people in this room.
Yeah.
I don't have HBO Max because it doesn't exist in England.
What?
And when I come to America, I don't have access to HBO.
But you get the WWE network. We don't get that here.
Is that right?
Yeah. We got to pay $40.
Is that right?
I can tell you're a huge wrestling fan. Sorry, the nerd in me came in.
When I was a kid. I was a big Rey Mysterio. That era of wrestling, I was big into.
Yeah.
Was it John Cena. What was his name? The Undertaker. Dude.
Sure.
I was into that period. I mean, I stopped watching now, but when I was a kid, I loved it.
That's great, man. Well, thank you so much. I got a question one last question. Do you put ketchup on a hot dog?
I put ketchup and mustard on a hot dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that sin in Philadelphia?
No, there's nowhere there. No, it's funny. When anybody says they put ketchup, they kind of feel bad. But
I put ketchup and mustard. I'm a condiment guy.
Okay.
I like a condiment on my food.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Cool, man.
Go Birds.
Nice to meet you, brother. Go Birds.
I love it. Honestly, the Delco people really took us all in. That doesn't mean I obviously will go to restaurants and bars and
No, they loved it. They loved it.
Now say it in a Delco accent.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a good idea. That's a better idea.
You got it right here. And last one.
your character had a mullet on the TV show.
Yeah,
I have a mullet. What do you think? Is it good?
Yeah, it's amazing. Hey, that's giving my mullet a run for its money.
I'm working on
yeah,
what's
yeah,
happening. After that's over, there is a rush of adrenaline that goes through my body. It's very interesting. It's neat. But that was exciting. Again, thanks to my friends at Q102 and iHeartRadio for letting me help them out. And yeah, it's absolutely one of the most beautiful days. I absolutely, I was definitely the worst dressed person on the red carpet, but usually when I do the interviews, it's in this direction. And I kind of like that when I interview people, I dress casually. I like that. I don't like dressing up, so it works out well. And we're going past the Comcast Center. Yeah, October 19th. We're only a few days away to Halloween. And then everybody will start putting up the Christmas crap. Right here is a little tiny church. If you look, see how small this building is? It's surrounded by the biggest skyscrapers in the city. That's one of the tallest buildings in the United States. And they have this tiny church right here. And Princess Diana and Prince Charles went to Mass here. I like this church here. It reminds me of that movie, Batteries Not Included, with that little building that wouldn't go to build the giant skyscrapers. The two skyscrapers that surround this church are both owned by Comcast. NBC 10 is, I think it's on the 14th floor up there. I hosted a show for NBC 10 not that long ago, well, a few years ago. It was the first time I was ever on a TV show. I was so nervous. I woke up and I was going on the TV show and I was dry heaving. I was so nervous, dude. Yeah, this might be the only vlog in the history of YouTube that features a dead saint and cast from HBO Max. And listen, it sounds like if you're on an HBO show, you don't get free HBO, which kind of stinks because, although I didn't get free Netflix having a movie on Netflix, so I guess that makes sense. You can't give everybody with a movie a passcode because then they would give it out. I guess that makes sense. This is Victory Brewery. And if you like the red carpet stuff, make sure you hit subscribe. We got Lucy Lou's coming up on Tuesday. We're going to definitely find out if she puts ketchup on a hot dog. And there's a Nirvana movie coming up, and I'm going to go check that out, even though I don't like Nirvana. I don't know what it is. I never got into Nirvana. And we're coming up here to the fountain at Logan Square. It's actually in the shape of a circle. This is the Swan Fountain, named after Dr. Swan, who started the Philadelphia Fountain Society. Back in the 1800s, everybody got around via horse. And then there was one summer where all the horses dropped dead because it was hot out, and they didn't have any fountains. So Dr. Swan started the Fountain Society. This fountain represents the three bodies of water that go through Philadelphia. You got the Delaware River, the Schuylkill River over there, and that's the Wissahickon Creek. And then they have animals that are featured all throughout this area. They use this fountain in the beginning of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Fun fact, if you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the opening credits are all filmed at nighttime. Right here, back there, that's the Free Library of Philadelphia. There is a pretty decent amount of homeless people that live in these two parks here. And then sometimes when you come down here, you'll have people feeding the homeless people. The Free Library is massive. You can go in there. They do walking tours. You can check the website. I think that's it. We did it. We checked out some of the museums. We saw Ben Franklin. Talked to Isaiah Zargar's kid. That was cool. And do me a favor, hit the like button. While you're at it, please hit subscribe. Don't forget to check out my merch. It's not only t-shirts, it's hats. I guess I should order a Philly Captain hat. Hats, hoodies, bottles, it's all types of crap. Don't forget you can sign up for cameos. You can get a birthday greeting, a happy Thanksgiving, a happy whatever the hell it is. Happy the Eagles won day. And I have a Patreon. Sign up for Patreon, you get early previews, bonus videos, and a bunch of other crap. Right here is another museum. This is the Barnes Museum. There is a fantastic documentary about this museum. It's probably on YouTube. It's called The Art of the Theft or something like that. And it's pretty much how the city of Philadelphia stole Albert Barnes Art Museum and put it in Philadelphia. This is one of the greatest private art collections in the world. The art in this building, they couldn't even like equate a number. I know there's one painting in here. It's worth like 400. Just one painting, $400 million. I haven't gone there in a while. Maybe I'll go here one day.